Hi, you guys. I just have a thought to get out of my head. So I'm sure a lot of you have heard that Stephen Boss, aka DJ Twitch, passed away, I think yesterday, if not this morning, due to suicide. And this has had me feeling some type of way all day. I posted about it on Facebook earlier, and I've seen so many people post about it, but it got me kind of thinking, especially at work all day long. I was thinking, this is why it kind of gets under my skin when people tell other people to smile. It's just, this is why. This is why, because you don't really know what is going on underneath the non-smile. Like, you don't know. And the fact that we think it's okay to just tell other people what to do with their face, aka how to bury their emotions, so that everybody can just have a happy face and everybody can feel comfortable, that's when it becomes a problem for me. And if people don't understand like why it's a problem, because there's so many people out there who are like, I don't know, see why the problem is when you just like telling somebody to smile, like I'm just trying to like make them happy. It doesn't. You telling somebody else to smile is not going to make them happy. It is not going to make their day. I promise you. I promise you. Do you know how many times I've been down and out and had a bad day and had somebody tell me to smile? I promise you, it doesn't make my day. It does not. It's not okay. You don't tell other people what to do with their emotions when they're clearly not hiding it very well. This is conflicting, it's confusing, and it's a problem in this society. It is a problem because we have been taught for so long, especially like in customer service and like retail and hospitality and front of house people, to just put on a happy face even when your day is so bad. So bad. There's been a death in the family, or your dog just died, or your boyfriend left you, or you have no idea the depression and the darkness that sits inside some people. And then you just tell them to smile. This is a problem. Because now, before you like attack me in the comments and say, well, if you don't want to smile and make other people happy, don't go in the service industry. Like, I get that. I understand that and I respect that, and I'm with you on that. Like, sometimes you gotta leave your shit at the door, and you know your job is to make other people happy and have a good time and all that kind of stuff. Like, that's not really what I'm talking about. I'm just talking about, we can't just expect everybody to be smiley all of the time so that everybody can be like comfortable, because that's what it really comes down to. It's like making sure everybody's comfortable. Because heaven forbid you like ask somebody, and this is what you really should do. Instead of telling somebody to smile, if you really honestly care about how that person feels, if you really want to make that person's day, ask them, hey, are you doing okay? Or you seem down. Is there anything I can do? That's the conversation that needs to be started. Not a statement that says, smile, followed by, it can't be that bad. You know how many times I've heard that? Do you know how many times I've heard that when I'm just like at work, or it's happened when I'm like walking the beach or like out walking my dog or whatever, and a person will say, smile, it can't be that bad. When I'm like in my head and like going through my own, like there's things going on, like my emotions are like being processed, and somebody has the audacity to come and tell me what to do with my face when I'm in that moment. This is a problem. And while I believe in, and I teach this and I coach this and I tell people like positive affirmations, yes, positive self-talk, yes, like you want to like visualize yourself being happier all the time, and you want to make sure that you're trying to do your best to be positive as much as you can. But the reality of it is it's not real. It's not real, and we're not built to just be like robotic on the outside and be a sea of emotions on the inside. And clearly it's become like a huge problem because everything is bubbling to the surface. Suicide is at an all-time high, all time. And some of the happiest people, as we just saw, are struggling and taking their own life because they're forcing smiles. They're forcing them so that other people will be comfortable. Because that's what it comes down to. It comes down to people pleasing and trying to be happy on the outside when you're struggling on the inside. And there's something wrong with that for me. Like, it's wrong. And I just think that instead of telling people to smile when you think they're down and out, have some compassion and ask them, how are you doing? Ask the question. Have the conversation. Don't just tell people how to be on the outside when you don't know how they feel on the inside. This is a big deal, and it's a problem. And again, if you're in the service industry, like I'm in it, and it's like I put my stuff at the door and I bring my happy face and whatever, but I know so well the feeling of just putting on this face that does not match the broken heart or the depression or the darkness. You don't tell people to smile. This has built a society that is trying to make everybody else smile while they're struggling inside. Now, I'm just saying for people out there, just stop doing that. Like I'm asking, stop telling other people how to be on the outside when you don't know how they feel on the inside. I'm not saying this is for everybody. This might be an unpopular opinion, and some bosses at restaurants might not like what I have to say because they want their employees to be happy all the time and not let their feelings show. But this has become a problem because you bury everything. And don't show up to work and be a blubbering mess and start spilling all your secrets. And that's not what I'm saying here. Save that for your best friend, your therapist, whatever. I'm just saying that this, if you think about it, this is a reason why it's a problem to tell other people to smile. Because maybe they just don't want to. They don't want to. And if you want to make somebody else smile, if you really want to make their day, ask them how they're doing. Have a conversation. If they're in the service industry or retail, tip them pretty big. That usually makes their day. But it's not realistic for everybody to smile all the time, and it's creating robots who try to be smiley on the outside and dancing and singing and put on a sing-song show all of the time while they're breaking inside. So, instead of telling people to smile, start asking, how are you doing? And really mean the question and expect an answer, because it might get uncomfortable. And it should. Because there are a lot of people suffering right now. A lot. Everybody's medicated. Everybody's intoxicated. Everybody's struggling. So stop telling people to smile, because if it doesn't match the emotions, don't tell them what to do with their outside. Ask a question. Ask if you really care. And if you really want to make their day, ask them how you can. How can I help you? That is the conversation. Because too many lives are lost day after day after day because people don't know how to talk about what's going on with themselves inside. They don't know how to do it because they don't want to make other people uncomfortable. They don't want other people to think that they're not okay. They want other people to think that they're happy all the time, which isn't real. So please, I'm just saying, can we just stop telling people to smile? Can we stop telling people how they're supposed to be on the outside when you don't know what's going on the inside? It's simple. Let's start having conversations. Let's start asking how people are, and let's start listening when they talk. Let's pay attention. Let's have some awareness. And let's know that none of us are alone. Check on your friends. Check on your family. Check on the happy people. Check on the ones that are always happy online. Check on them. Because the people who are always trying to make everybody else happy, I'm telling you, they're the ones who know. And they're the ones who don't want to feel like that anymore. So ask them, what can I do to help you? What can I do to make your day? Have the conversation. Stop telling people to smile. Love you guys. Talk soon.